waking up to THG News today. Good morning. This is Mervyn Hanley. We're programming for today, Tuesday, January the 9th, 2024. It's already 9 days in January, but who's counting? And don't you feel just good that you can wake up to the news, wake up to a conversation, wake up to commentary right here on THG Network and THG News today? I sure feel good reporting to you. The news, of course, is sponsored by our friends in St. Maarten. That's Carl & Sons. So let us hear from our sponsor, and we will be right back. Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Maarten for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. Now, before I get the news started, before I get into the meat of the news, yesterday we reported on a LIAT story that LIAT will cease operations on January 24th. That's LIAT 1974 Limited. But of course, we have LIAT 2020 should come on the scene within weeks. And from my understanding, Prime Minister, the Honorable Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda, he's doing everything possible to make sure that the LIAT 2020, that there is no space or no number of days and weeks without operations for a LIAT. So we can see LIAT in the skies again in a few weeks. According to Prime Minister Gaston Brown, he's getting the signatories ready to sign off. Those governments from, I think, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, and Air Peace, that's the Nigerian airline, who will have the majority shareholdings in LIAT 2020. But what I would like to do is to correct some information that we reported yesterday, because we said that there has been 0 accidents for LIAT. And we stand to be corrected. And you see, that's a good thing that you guys are listening and you guys are watching the news. There was actually one incident with LIAT, and that was back, I think, in the 80s. On Sunday, 4th August in 1986, if I'm correct, that Flight 319 departed the St. Lucia International Airport into St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and LIAT attempting to land at its destination, the plane encountered difficulties due to a rainstorm. 2 initial attempts were made to land the plane. The plane is believed to have crashed into the sea and sunk in the water some 6,000 feet deep during its 3rd landing attempt. And before you spread the story and said there was a LIAT crash, please, guys, we're just correcting a story from yesterday where it was said that no time in the 60 years of LIAT there was an accident or tragedy or whatever, but there was actually a plane crash back in the 80s. And so this is what this story is about. It's nothing that happened yesterday, mind you. And it continues that neither the bodies of the passengers and crew nor the wreckage were discovered. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines declared everyone on board perished after recovery attempts failed to locate any bodies 6 days after the crash. So we just wanted to make that correction because, of course, we have to keep the #1 position as credible and reliable network. THG News Today, THG Network. So that's exactly what I was doing there. And now we turn to news out of St. Maarten. The elections, they are on fire. The only thing I do not like about the election, though, on St. Maarten, the billboards. Every step you make, or every time you blink your eye, there is a billboard in front of you. And I think at this point in time, it's just disgusting. I just can't wait. It has changed the beauty of St. Maarten. And I just can't wait for them to come down on Thursday night or Friday morning. But hear this. With only 3 days to go before election, campaigning is at an all-time high, and the Minister of Infrastructure, that's VROMI, the Honorable Egbert Jurendy Doran, is advising voters to remain focused and not be swayed or distracted by misleading narratives and campaign gimmicks. Right now, the radio stations and every inch of our roadway is filled with campaign material. So it is quite easy to feel overwhelmed and distracted by the noise surrounding the elections. Deputy Prime Minister Doran said, however, now more than ever, it is crucial for voters to cut through the noise and confusion to make informed decisions and to cast your votes wisely. Look beyond the headlines, Doran urged. Look at their stance on the important issues that matters to you. Misinformation and half-truths are all around, so my advice is to verify their claims so you separate fact from fiction and ensure that on Thursday you cast your ballots wisely. Remember, the true power of democracy lies in the hands of the informed and engaged constituent. I believe in you. That's Doran. A matter of fact, my producer, can we show just a clip of Doran's campaign over the last couple of days on St. Maarten? Yes, and Maarten, Doran walking forward. Let's show some of what's happening on the Doran campaign there on St. Maarten.
The National Alliance still voting NA, brother. We need to vote Doran back in office. Why? It's hard for we, it's plain to see. We need to vote Doran back in office. Why? They can't deny he leads with pride. And I don't mean to be boasty, but Doran won't.
To make it known that no matter what they try, Egbert Jurendy Doran will not break down from what they are trying to do. I will continue to fight for your best interests.
And finally, in our news this morning, the Nassau Cruise Support staff finished 2023 on a high note, welcoming 4,490,802 guests aboard 1,210 vessels. This statistic reflects a 14% rise over the previous year's record, reflecting the port's outstanding growth and a critical role in the expansion of the Bahamas tourism industry. Mike Mora Jr., CEO of Nassau Cruise Support Limited, praised key stakeholders and expressed optimism for future expansion, and a huge thank you to the cruise industry and its passengers, travel agents championing the Bahamas, our government, partners, the Nassau Cruise port businesses, the entire New Providence community, and of course, our incredible Nassau Cruise Support team. Every day, each of you makes a difference and contributes to their success. Remember that the recently revitalized Nassau waterfront provides one-of-a-kind finds, spectacular entertainment, and delectable food and drinks, with even more planned for 2024. And the cruise sport, the team, they are so ready for next year. They're so excited about last year and what they have accomplished. Motivated by their accomplishment, Port team has already set lofty targets for 2024, intending to welcome 5.6 million passengers, right? So this year, they're trying to make 5.6 million passengers. And you know, maybe before in the past, that tourism strategy worked. But this time about, oh, let's keep our island quiet and quaint and, you know, we just want a certain type of visitor to our shores. I believe that time has passed. Open up the gates. Look at the Bahamas. Tourists upon tourists upon tourists upon tourists. Over almost 5 million tourists, cruise passengers in 1 year, last year in 2023. And now they're saying they're trying to make over 5 million in 2024. And that is why some of our islands, they wonder why their economy is not doing well. They wonder why nothing is happening. There is no boom. And the leaders get frustrated and they take out their frustration on the electorate, on the people. But it's because you have this stupid, dumb strategy about, oh, you just want to be unique. Unique without money? Where does that get you? I mean, come on, be like the Bahamas. Open up. Open up all over the place. Open the gates and let the monies flood in. I don't know how some governments think. I don't know how some leaders think. I really don't know. Open up the place. What leaders and ministers of tourism and all of you have to understand, things are getting harder and harder in your country. So you have to try something else. Enough of this foolishness about, oh, we're only trying to accommodate 5-star. What do you call it? 5-star guests, or elite guests, or those who are spending millions of dollars. Open the damn place. That's our news for this morning. I had something there regarding the BVI, but I'm not going to talk about that governor again this morning. I spoke about him yesterday morning. That is our news for today. Do join me again tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock for a similar presentation. Remember, this is news and commentary. All right? So we're doing things a bit different, and we'll be extending the time and the hours in the coming, I'm not going to say much right now, but we have a big surprise for everyone. I'm so excited. I am so excited. This is going to be we're going to keep it so real on here in the coming months. And the way we do this program, it is going to be something. That's all I'm going to say for now. Enjoy your day, everyone. Be blessed.